It's 11:51. It's 11:51, y'all. Here in Georgia. It's 11:51 here in Georgia. Okay, I got a story to tell. Sometime. I got a story to tell. There is a feral cat. It is a hummingbird murderer. And it's an orange cat. And I've tried to scare it away with the spray bottle, and it's worked a few times. But I come out this morning, and the hummingbird feeder is knocked off from where it was hung, and there was the cat. Hopefully it didn't get a hummingbird, but I'm going to borrow my brother's squirrel trap. And I'm going to set it up and make a live out of it. I think I'll have to set it up and then walk away from it. We used to catch feral cats on a property I worked on, and had a lot of cat problems. One cat gives birth to like 6 cats, and they would crawl under the house and dig in gardens and all that. But this particular cat, I have a vendetta against, because this particular cat, it was my friend until it started killing hummingbirds. This cat was my little cat friend. It was a feral cat, and it would let me pet it. It would chill out under a little bush in the yard. And then it started attacking hummingbirds. This is the second time it's knocked the hummingbird feeder off. Because I come out there, and the hummingbird feeder was on the ground, and there were feathers of a hummingbird on the bird feeder, so it looks like the cat got a hold of a hummingbird. See, I don't have a high place to hang it, a high enough place to where the cats can't get to it. Only this one cat, this one persistent cat, it sits there and watches the hummingbird feeder. It watches the little birdhouse. And so now this means war. I asked my brother if he has a squirrel trap, and he says, yes, I have a squirrel trap, but I'm letting my friend use it for a while. So I guess he's going to call his friend and find out if he's finished using it. So now what I'm going to do is when we get the squirrel trap, I'm going to bait it, and then we're going to make a show out of it. When we catch the cat, what we'll do is a catch and release. That's what we used to do in California. We'd catch the feral cat in the squirrel trap and drive it out to like the woods and just let it go. We're going to have to find a place to drop it off, though. You know what? Maybe we'll call them animal control. They probably have a no-kill shelter. The Fresh Bros. Hi. I like how people just answer. They just say hi. I like that. Some people say English or Spanish. Or they say the first one to move is gay or something like that. It's so common. It's kind of tired. The tired old thing. But when you say hi, that's the way to do it. Get your money for nothing and your chicks for free. Oh yeah. It's like, okay, how many times do you have to use the same? It's like the cliche. It's become a cliche now. English or Spanish. It's like they all want us to play the game. The first one to move is gay. Well, you gotta move. I guess you have to sit and wait until somebody else moves. It's kind of like tag. Remember tag? Tag, you're it. I remember freeze tag. That was a bit harder. If somebody tagged you, you had to hold that position that you were in when you were tagged. So yeah, we're getting into I have a, I guess you can call it a vendetta. This cat that's murdering hummingbirds. We're going to catch that cat. Once we catch that cat, we're going to release it somewhere else. I'd like it to find a home. You know, it seems like it could be domesticated. This cat isn't one of those crazy revenge. That's right, I shall have Revenge of the Hummingbird. That's what I'll call this. I'm going to entitle it Revenge of the Hummingbird. Because I love those hummingbirds. And I was noticing they weren't around for a while. I would say, what happened to all the hummingbirds? And now they're coming two by two. They're coming more frequently now, but that cat is screwing it all up. Giving me that asshole cat face, you know? Cats know they're assholes. I've noticed that. You know, when they're misbehaving, they have a certain look they give. Louis C.K. calls it the asshole cat face. Bad Mr. Kitty, that's right. Bad Mr. Kitty. It's a, it doesn't look like it's emaciated. It's just a feral cat. And the cat just loves to attack birds. I'm going to get that cat. And you know what? When I get that cat, I'm gonna humanely, you know, I'll put a I'll put a note out saying, does anybody want a cat? Because I think all it needs is somebody to trust, you know, gain trust with. I fed that cat one time. I feel betrayed. I thought I was friends with that cat. There's a black cat that causes no harm. There's a black cat that runs around. He's been in some of my other lives. It's a black. I think, yeah, one of my shorts I recorded. It's such. It reminds me of the cat on Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, the cat Salem. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I used to always think the larger cats were the male cats, or the cats with the bigger head. It's always the male cats. You can't tell because they have them neutered. They have the male cats. It used to see, you could clearly tell. You could clearly tell who the male cat was. But now it's like they spay, neuter. But I don't think it's working because there wouldn't be any feral cats if it was working. Everyone's supposed to have a domesticated cat. Yeah, it was the last straw. This morning I got out. I walked out. No, I peeked out the window. No, yeah, I think that's how I saw it. I was out on the front porch, walking on my freshly mowed lawn, and I saw the hummingbird feeder was on the ground. And I go, that cat strikes again. And it was there. It had the balls to be there on the lawn with the evidence, you know. The, the hummingbird feeder was on the ground, and there was this asshole cat face, and it took off. It knows it's coming too. This cat, it knows that I'm mad at it, and it still looks at me with that, you know, fuck you. That anyway. So anyway, that's my plan. I have a plan in place. We're gonna get that squirrel trap, and I want to put tuna fish. How is your Arby's? Oh, we wound up going to Panda Express. Oh, the second stream. Okay. Yeah, Panda Express, which is a good place to eat. And it's not very expensive either. It was only like $10 for both of us. They got good. You get to pick what you want. You get either noodles or rice. And then, oh yeah, you're familiar with the Panda Express. Every time I went in California, the one that was there in Citrus Heights, California, every time I went in there, there was this lady that would say, "Hi, welcome to Panda." That lady should have been a celebrity. It was the same lady, a Chinese lady. "Hi, welcome to Panda." Well, I don't mind if I do. Huh. They give you 2 egg rolls. I was I forgot that they did that. Where am I from? I'm from California. I was born in California. My dad was in the military, and we went to Georgia. That's when I became aware that I was alive. Was in Georgia, because I guess that's when you come into being. Is when you start to become aware that you're a person. I'm not allowed at any new China restaurant because they eat too. You eat too much of it. Too much Chinese food. You're not allowed. What happened? Do you have to go abroad now? Chinese food is pretty good. Pretty good. I had some kind of a steak. It was like a peppered steak. They also have broccoli beef. That's a good one. I have done unspeakable things at that place. That reminds me of a mime joke. I was kidnapped by mines. The things they did to me were unspeakable. uh, so anyway, that's what we're doing now. I want to do that just for satisfaction, just for the satisfaction of catching that cat. I'm going to record the cat being in the cage and looking at me with that, you know. Ah, you finally got me. Well, my brother has a truck, so we'll put the squirrel trap in the back of the truck, and we'll drive it out to where he has a, see, he doesn't pay for the garbage man. He puts all the garbage in his truck and takes it to a dump. And that's probably what we could do is just let the cat out near the dump. That cat would be in heaven. All the mice that it could chase. And sometimes people coax the cats over. You know, they're rescue type people. Maybe that's, or we could, that's like I said, we could call animal control, and they probably have a no-kill shelter. I think this cat will do good being owned by somebody, you know, getting all its shots and all that. That way other people have stories of this mischievous cat. That darn cat. Some people keep strange pets. What's the strangest pet I've ever seen? There was one girl I knew, this one woman, she, she invited me into her bedroom. She had a snake. She had a tarantula. She reminds me of Wednesday Addams, you know. Of course you know who Wednesday is. But she fed the snake while I watched. She put like this tropical fish in the cage with the snake, and that snake ate the fish. How do you feel about frogs that give birth? That's creepy. I've seen those. Yeah. Their eggs are until they hatch. Scorpions do that too. Scorpions, they carry their young on their back. And then there's like the marsupials, like the kangaroos and the, what else? I think koalas are marsupials, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're koalas. We call them koala bears because they look like teddy bears. Try saying that in front of an Aussie. He'll say, no, it's a koala. But shit. Yeah. It is. It's like, what's that? What do they call that? When people have a fear of holes, there's a lot of those videos. There's like a hand with a lot of holes in it. I forgot what they called that. And they kind of play on that fear. They have a picture like, don't touch this plant. There's some crazy ass plants. There's like the monkey don't climb tree. You have it? Oh, that fear? Yeah. It's amazing. Irrational fears. What makes us have them? You hate it. Yeah. Yes, trypophobia. Yes. Yes, my friend. It's strange how our minds react. Yeah. So I won't talk about it. I don't want to trigger anybody. Some people have like my mom has arachnophobia. She gets creeped out by spiders. One time we were watching the fireworks. We were getting ready for it to get dark, and there was a spider on my shirt, one of those little jumping spiders. She goes, "Eddie, watch out! That spider will bite you. That spider will bite you." And what was interesting is I took it off my shirt and I put it on the ground, and a couple of minutes later I see it on my shirt again. It was looking at me like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" I had like a stowaway. I had a spider, arachnid stowaway on my shirt, and it was cool because they have more than two eyes. Okay, that's another trigger. Trigger alert. I'm trying to figure out my audience. What doesn't creep out my audience. One thing I hate is mice. I was living in an upper level apartment. It was like a Victorian house, and we lived in the upper level. There was like a staircase, and then you walk in. There's the hallway and all that. But in the kitchen, our kitchen was overrun with mice. It was in the dog food. See, the mice go into the dog food. You think mice? Yeah, some people. Oh, this girl I was talking about, this woman, she had a she had a rat, a pet rat. I'm okay with stuff like that, but they drag their nuts on you. Rats drag their nuts on you when you have a rat. They crawl, and when they crawl, they're dragging their nuts. And rats and yeah, little mice. They are really cute. One lady had potatoes in her kitchen. Guinea pigs, yeah. Some of them have cool hairstyles, depending on what breed of guinea pig. They have like the flock of seagulls hairdo. Guinea pigs, yeah. Chinchillas. I like chinchillas are real cute. Have you seen those videos with the chinchillas? They make them look like ninja masters. They had the chinchilla stick. Which animal was that went dun dun dun? It wasn't a groundhog. I think it was something like that. It looked like I think it was a groundhog. That one went viral. That little rodent turned its head. I like what other creatures do I like? Creatures. I see lizards around. Yeah, chipmunks. Chipmunks are very fast. I like how they can hide peanuts in their mouth. They got these huge, like, elastic cheeks. You can give a chipmunk a nut, and it'll just put it in and it just scurries away. I used to see those in California when I went out hiking. Little chipmunks. There were more squirrels than chipmunks, I noticed. There were lots of chipmunks. Lots of squirrels, not many chipmunks. What I see a lot around here are hawks. They just soar in the air. I've caught a few of them on my lives. I'll be sitting there outside and the hawk will be hanging over. Squirrels, we have a squirrel that eats from our bird feeder. I'll come outside and I'll see the bird feeder swinging back and forth, and then I'll see the squirrel running into the woods. I call it Adrian. I think it's because yeah, you can't neuter a squirrel, but Adrian, yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's a female squirrel. I called her Adrian. I was leaving sunflower seeds on top of the garbage can, and I'd see Adrian out there munching away at the sunflower seeds. That's what you do. Some people put those funnels, those funnels that stop squirrels from climbing up. They don't work. They just hop on top of them, It makes me laugh because how smart animals are. This one guy created a squirrel obstacle course, and he was trying to find what would hinder a squirrel. They're brilliant, those squirrels. They find all these ways to bypass security measures. Pigeons. Oh my God, pigeons. They call them flying squirrels, I think in New York. Don't park under a tree. Will make your car look like a birthday cake. All the shit. There was one, yeah, somebody came, there was a video of that. This guy goes out to his car and his car was just covered. It ruins the paint too. I'm always, like right away when I see a turd on my car, I go right in and I grab a cloth. That way it doesn't get to go past the clear coat. Squirrels. Squirrels are so cute. I used to see when it got hot, squirrels would get up in the tree and they would stretch out on the branch. Did you see that video where the guy took his bottle of water and gave water to the squirrel? There was a hawk by my house a few years back, and I didn't get to take a picture of it. Isn't that funny? It's like every time, one time I was at the park, and I was in the parking area, yeah, the parking lot of the park, and a big buck deer came out and just stood there. And it had like, I think it was a 4-point buck, and it just stood there in majestic, you know, pose. And I didn't have a camera. And then when I had my camera with me, they'd always run off right before. Yeah. Very strange hope he is these days. Yeah. Because they always run out in front of cars. There was one deer that was, okay, do you watch Rick and Morty? No. What are they about? Rick and Morty. Are they like nature enthusiasts? Do you watch oh yeah. Who else did? Yeah, there was this deer that was caught in barbed wire, I think. It was scared and fighting, and they cut the barbed wire. No, it's not. Okay. Rick and Morty. It almost sounds like a radio show. Hi, it's Rick and Morty. I used to listen to Don and Mike, the Don and Mike show. Do you ever watch Assy the Sasquatch? You know what? I think Assy the Sasquatch. Isn't that the beef jerky commercial? Oh, it's quite weird. I like weird. See if you can post a link in the comments. Because Tim and Eric is kind of like a comedy. It's a big time comedy show. Awesome show, great job. Quite weird. I kind of like quite weird. Are they the one that do that OCD song? Oh, on my community page, there's the OCD song. I gotta make things right. It's my OCD. It's really funny if you watch the video. Yeah. I wonder if other people can post things on my community page. I've got some Mary Wilson songs. I think in the 70s, Mary Wilson did a song called Peter the Meter Reader and The Telephone Man. It's really cool and funny. Peter the Meter Reader. Hey laddie daddy, hey laddie daddy. Yeah. I'm trying to post a lot of funny stuff on my community. When you go to to my channel, click community. The Country Love Song is really funny by Stephen Lynch. Do you watch? Yes, I've been doing Family Guy impressions. Family Guy is a unique kind of humor. There's one guy on there, the guy in the wheelchair. I've seen him in other movies. Seth MacFarlane did this this show. It's a sci-fi show. I've seen clips of that. South Park, yeah. There's a South Park video of Cartman. He wanted to go to the bathroom and he couldn't go, so he went into a girl's bathroom and he caught a whole bunch of flack about it. So they started to make him his own bathroom. Rick and 40 is like that. Yeah, I like that offbeat humor. South Park, Family Guy, Tim and Eric, just anything. John C. Reilly was in a. I'm gonna have to post that one. Morty, yeah. I'm all about that. You know, that offbeat, strange. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, yeah. That fat, hairy guy and the French fries and I think it's a Coke or a milkshake. And then there's the Squidbillies. I don't know if the Squidbillies are that popular. I heard they were based on North Georgia, the Squidbillies. Who else? Aqua Teen. I remember watching shows like Oddville. Yeah, the Squidbillies. You know what I'm talking about. Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy came and went pretty fast. They had a lot of crude humor and drawing. It was like it appealed to the gross kid. Ren and Stimpy. I grew up. It's just like Squidbillies. Yeah, they got to come up with innovative, something new, unusual. Tim and Eric have a lot of funny commercials. They do commercials like not parodies. They do their original like goofy commercials. One of them is Diarrhea Pants. That's on my community page. I like how they have songs that are. One of them is Horse and Buggy Ride. Hey, Lo, g'day. You have to go? All right, thank you for joining. Charlotte, hello, Charlotte. All the way from Ireland. All the way from the Emerald Isle. That's a place where I'd want to go. I want to be there when there's a rainbow. In Hawaii, there used to be double rainbows. Double rainbows. Here I don't see rainbows. I guess it's the curvature of the earth. Nico. I don't know. People change their names. They change. Some people don't go by their given names. They use a logo. Not a logo. They use a handle. Everyone uses a strange handle. Shout out to Ireland. We got to unite. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Somebody's knocking at the door. I don't know how. Okay. Hello. I'm doing a stream. I'm talking to two people. So thank you. I'll be right back. All right. I locked it. I do that. I locked the door. I locked the door and my mom tried to get in. Yeah. I hate hearing goodbye, but you know what? People have things they got to do. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. So, yeah, Ren and Stimpy, Tim and Eric. Saturday Night Live used to have some really good skits. Like Sprockets. Mike Myers did a skit called Sprockets. They wanted to make a movie about Sprockets. Touch my monkey. Would you like to touch my monkey? Touch it! I like Rachel Dretch. Remember Debbie Downer? And are you a fan of Sam Hyde? I don't I don't recall Sam Hyde. What's he into? Is he comedic or what kind of stuff is he up to? I'll have to do that. I do homework from time to time. People always uh, hit me to things. I've been doing a lot of that lately. Has anybody had problems with the comments? I've noticed people leave me comments, but I can't read them. They leave me a comment. I see the comment there, and when I click on the comment, it isn't there. So I think that's something going on. Something going on in general, because for a while there, I couldn't click onto people's channels. I couldn't click onto someone's channel after they left me a comment, and then now I can do that. So maybe there is just something they're trying to work on. Because I know, like, Charlotte has left me comments. I know Adolfo's left me comments. Brian has. And when I go to click on the comment, it's not there. And also I've noticed lately, I don't have comments on my videos. I made a video yesterday about the two flies. It was a joke about the two flies, and there were no comments on there. There's not even any likes on it, which is weird. Usually when I get a certain amount of views, I'll get a like at least. Sam Hyde. Tell me about Sam Hyde. Is he a stand-up comedian? Is he a character? Sam Hyde. Hyde reminds me of that '70s show. Oh, that's right. I hate these lighters. Just to let you know, I hate these lighters. Because you can't refill them. They just become, oh, wait a minute. Ain't that something? All of a sudden it's working now. Maybe it's a miracle. You just witnessed a miracle. I couldn't get this thing to come on yesterday. Now we got at least a 3-inch flame. No, that's 1 inch. Sorry. Let's not exaggerate. Wow, 6 likes. How about that? That calls for a Yahoo. Yahoo! I think that's what it is. Every once in a while, something goes wrong with YouTube. What I hate is when it's the analytics. One time they put out a memo saying, hey, we're trying to fix the analytics. The analytics aren't reflecting how many views you're getting, which is terrible because that's how you get paid. That's how you get paid by YouTube, is by how many views you get. Anyway. I just like that. Yahoo! Has anybody ever played with the dog whistle? They say dog whistles, only dogs can hear the whistle. Analytics. Analytics, that's right. Analytics, that's funny. Break down the word. Anal lick. Like a salt lick. Have you seen how they find water? I think it's in Africa. The bush people, what they do is they put salt in a tree, and the baboon sticks his hand in to get the salt, and that's how they catch the baboon. And they just feed the baboon salt, and the baboon goes to look for water, and they just follow the baboon to where the water is. That's clever. Like, that's a good survival skill. They didn't show that on Dual Survivor. Cody Lundeen. Canterbury lied about being a sniper. The guy, you ever watch Dual Survivor? I think it was Dual Survival, something like that. Cody Lundeen, the guy with the pigtails. He's an interesting guy. He reminds me of my dad. He must have been in the same age group as my dad. He's the same age as me, kind of. Yeah, is valid. It is. He wrote a book, Cody London. London, I think it's Cody London or something like that. But he wrote some books on how to survive in almost impossible situations. You can stick a pipe in the toilet or something like that. Use bleach to purify your water. If you don't happen to have water, if you don't happen to have, uh, that sucks. How did we make it? They say beer. Beer is what? Eddie, you should go on naked and afraid. Oh wow. I probably would if I was younger, because now I would have to have a bag with just my pills in it. I hate dog whistle. They make me they make you violent. Interesting. They say our subconscious is aware of sounds that we're not consciously aware of. They say they do that in stores. When you go to a store, they're playing subliminal messages. When you're pushing your cart through the store, they're making you feel like you want to buy things. Isn't that weird? There's sounds that we're conscious of, and then there's sounds that we don't even know we're hearing. And also, as you age, your hearing goes. They were trying to keep teenagers away from an area, so they played a certain a certain decibel, and that certain decibel could only be heard by teenagers. I noticed that when I go to this little park area, if you stay there too long, they start making a sound. It goes on naked and afraid with nothing but a bag of, yeah, that's right. That's nothing but a bag of medication. I could set traps and use the medication as a bait. Today he's going to use his Farsiga. Give the squirrel a heart attack or something. That would be funny. Yeah, just me stripped down with just a bag of my medication. 60s with the middle of Cambodia. Yeah. Oh God, Cambodia. That's where. What hotel? Try to remember what they called the Hilton, the Hanoi Hilton. That's right, the Hanoi Hilton. I think was in Cambodia. A lot of horrible things happened in Vietnam. We were just doing. Oh my God, all those booby traps. I had a dream one time that I was in Vietnam and I was trying to dodge booby traps. I wasn't even in Vietnam. I think in a past life I was there because I remember as a teenager I took a lot of interest in the Vietnam War. And I think maybe I died in the Vietnam War and came back. You ever watch Ghost Inside My Child? This one kid died in 9/11. He recalled jumping out of the one of the towers, and they took him to the tower, the reflecting pond or something like that. That is, we need that. Yeah, cooked. Are you in Canada? Because I noticed certain words they use in Canada. They don't say drunk. They say gooned. You know those Asian mosquitoes would tear your plump tag. Yeah. Plump, tangy cheeks. That's right. What I don't think they blur it all out. So what's the point in them being naked if they put the pixels over their genitalia and their boobies? You know, they should make that an adult show. They should make that like put it on the yeah. Because what's the point? Naked and afraid. That's the whole thing that draws people to it. Canada. That's right. I get some Canadian viewers sometimes. I used to have a group. There's a guy named Arthur that would join my lives. Bacon. Bacon pancakes? Bacon. Malaria. That's what mosquitoes. It's not so much the mosquito, it's the malaria. Valued. That's right. There are neighbors to the north. O Canada, our home and native land. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Don Geronimo, no, Mike O'Mara sang the Canadian national anthem. What is that? Oh, the best for my issue? Yeah, malaria. Malaria. Yes. Did you hear about Joe? He died of malaria. Eddie, you're very funny. You have a song for everything. Thank you, Charlotte. Charlotte's a loyal watcher. She's had to go through so many accounts. That poor girl. She's had to create, Eddie, this is me. I've had to create a new account. You noticed you didn't have to create a new account this time. This is the same one you used last time. I do. You know what? These on the phone, these you're the second person to say that. Rodolfo says I need glasses. But you know what? Scary, I'm nearsighted. I'm nearsighted. So on the phone, the letters appear so small, and and sometimes I have to go in to see those tiny letters. Eddie, when was your last visit to the eye doctor? Good point. I've been to my heart doctor so many times lately. I keep, in fact, Friday I have a heart doctor appointment, and and you know what? I think some of the symptoms is blurry vision. The symptoms of my medication. I think that's scary, isn't it? You take your medication and it causes blurry vision. Some of it say suicidal thoughts. Can you get eye tests for free? You know what? America or American Vision or something like that. That's where I got my glasses. All hail the glitch. Welcome. We've taken all of the moderators off, and it seems like everyone's okay now. Everyone is. I get blurry off 60s too. Yeah. I have condition as well. Yeah. Good day. I hope we're all ready to have. Oh, for those of you who are just joining, we're trying to catch a feral cat. There's a feral cat who keeps eating or knocking off my hummingbird feeder. I had a hummingbird feeder set up, and the humming. Anyway, so now I'm going to borrow my brother's squirrel trap to catch the cat. And what I'll do is I'll probably make a video of the cat once it's caught. Welcome. Rah! So the gang's all here, it looks like. Looks like we're going to, hopefully we won't have, you seem to be safe. Safe. Just don't set the trap with candy. Well, I use tuna fish. Tuna fish, cats can't resist tuna fish, it turns out. When we, in California, when we used to catch cats, when we used to catch cats, we would, all you have to do is open a can of tuna, and they go, what we do is take the juice out of the can. Lore. What's lore? I've noticed, have you ever watched those videos from Asia where they set traps? They use them for quail, for chicken, the wildlife. They'll set these traps. They'll make them out of bamboo. That's interesting to watch. And they also build shelters, like underground shelters, tree houses. I used to be real close with this guy named Dead. He he wasn't very good with he wasn't very fond of cats. Some people do. They just don't like cats. They have a certain personality. They say dogs have owners, cats have staff. Safe G. So yeah, I've noticed that cats cats come to you when they want to come to you. Cats come to you. They snuggle up to you when they want to come to you. Dogs are all about, hey, here I am. Welcome home. Welcome home from work. You know, dogs are down for everything. They know, I think they know up to 27 words. Oh, Kingdom of Pets. Say, so we've got, what else is going on here? So yes, we're on a cat hunt. As soon as that cat gets caught, I think it's the only cat that's causing trouble here. All the other cats, I think they all have owners. I've seen a few other cats. I can tell some of them are domesticated, but this one particular one. Can you tell I have some animosity? I've harbored some resentment. That's right. Watch your moves, everyone. You just never know. Be on your best behavior. That's what you should say when you come on. Say be on your best behavior. Remember Rowan Atkinson? Rowan Atkinson. He was in one of his movies. He said, "Jesus is coming. Look busy." I think he had a tattoo that said that. Jesus is coming. Look busy. What are you going to do with the cat? I was going to call animal control because animal control, I'm pretty sure they know no kill shelters of anything. Of anything. As long as it's not criminal. Don't do anything criminal. That stuff bites you. Even when you go to get a job, you try to apply for a position. If they look at your record and find something illegal on there, well, it's kind of nice to monitor, because when you monitor, people are on there. It keeps, have you heard that phrase, keep honest people honest? Sometimes people need to be kept honest, face value. I think once your face value goes up, then you become a hot commodity. So keep everything as face value, baby. I'm glad it's going like this. Everyone's being respectful. Everyone is cracking jokes. So, I wonder how you take care. Oh, have you seen those spikes that keep pigeons from landing? People, they build their nest in them. Have you seen those? I've noticed in some buildings they have these spikes to keep pigeons and birds from landing. I've seen them at gas stations. When I go to the service station, there's these barbs, and it stops birds from landing on the roof. But what's funny is some of the birds, they pluck them off. Some of them are plastic, and they'll use them as material for their nests. I remember seeing a hummingbird nest one time. Those are pretty intricate. They're woven. They take those little beaks and they weave their nests. They're like little baskets. They're basket weavers that sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes. Yeah, that's right, everyone. You guys should make some merch. You the glitchers, make some merch. The glitch is always watching. We used to call it Big Brother. I think they still do. Big Brother is watching. When the Big Brother was the government. Whenever they talked about the government, it was Big Brother. Big Brother is watching. I think there was a group called Big Brother and the Holding Company back in the 60s, I think, 70s, back when the hippies were coming out. Nobody's a hippie anymore. I remember in the 90s, everybody wanted to be hippie, or everybody was acting hippie or dressing like one. And then there was grunge in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. The flannel shirts and the blue jeans and all that. People pay for holes in their jeans. When I was growing up, nobody had holes in their jeans. Now they're buying them off the rack with these huge holes in there. They used to put tattoos on jeans. Tattoos, baby. No, not tattoos. Sorry, patches. Patches, not tattoos. You can't put a tattoo on a jean. Or could you? Hopefully YouTube will fix all that stuff. But now, how many of us here we are in control? Well, that's good. If you guys protect kids, that's good. That way you can catch all the misdeeds. It's time for my green tea. Who here likes green tea? They say that's very good for you. It's very good for your cardiovascular system. This green tea has honey in it. Message retracted. Why is that happening? A lot of people are there. Anyways, I just noticed that the messages are disappearing. So, here we are at the round table. That's what we can call this, the round table. We are the knights of the round table. Knights of the round table. We eat ham and Spamalot. I did it so I don't get took out all of the sudden. Yeah. Well, there's no monitors. I took away all the moderators. All the moderators were abusing the privilege. It's Big Brother. That's right. The Matrix. I believe, yes, they say that this is a holographic universe. It's all a projection of our mind. This reality we share is a projection of our mind. So our minds are projectors. You know what's funny? In Hindi culture, they call this the Ajna chakra, or Ajna. Ajna chakra, it's your third eye. Ajna means command. So it's the command chakra. So maybe our third eye. I didn't ban or time out or anyone when I was mod. I think I've been getting a lot of people saying that moderators destroy alive. They just ruin things. I've been getting people saying, I just got booted out. And they're saying, hey, you got to stop doing that. Have people stop doing that. But you know what? We all know, we're all behaving ourselves. We're all being good to each other, which is nice. That's what 80s Funhouse is all about. Behave. We're all behaving. Big Brother is watching. That's right. All hail. All hail. That reminds me of Eyes Wide Shut. You ever seen that movie? Stanley Kubrick. It was a Stanley Kubrick film. They say that was the last film he made. That funhouse shit is creepy. What makes it creepy? People, I get comments, compliments. It reminds me of a carnival. Not well, when you go to the fair. Eddie, have you been to the catacombs? There was a guy who had a show. A guy who had a show where he went underground. He would go into like tunnels under London, tunnels all over Europe. Is that where all the bones are? There's like catacombs full of bones. The Grimm Collective went to one of those places. Different color blocks. Yeah. I like, what shows? The Prepper. Have you ever watched those Prepper shows? Where people bulletproof their houses and they start stockpiling food. They're getting ready for when the shit hits the fan. When the shit hits the fan. Some people, like Canadian Prepper, have you ever watched his videos? He's all about that. Preparing for the worst possible scenario. I think Cody London did a show about that. All hail. You got to say it like that. All hail. Let's play some more jaw harp. Do you feel the peace? I feel peace right now. Can you feel the peace? Oh, lactose intolerant. My mom was told to lay off of dairy. If you like milk, get almond milk. Almond milk is, I think her doctor told her to use almond milk. Because some people do become lactose intolerant, and it messes with you. Can you get lactose-free milk? Oh, you can get. My dyslexia switches words around. Instead of saying you can, I see can you. That's weird. I don't know why that happens. I don't know. I'd have to see if there is such a thing. Because I could tell my mom, hey, get your lactose-free milk. Lactate. Yeah. They were able to remove caffeine. They were able to remove sugar. Why not the lactate or whatever? Have you ever watched August? No. I guess I'm living in a cave lately. I just watch YouTube videos. We have you in Ireland. Oh, okay. We have in Ireland. Okay. I'll have to look that up. We probably have it here too. Here in the United States. The United States of America. We used to, every morning at school, we used to have to say the Pledge of Allegiance. We used to have to stand up, put our hands on our hearts, and say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Then we'd sing, my country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. I don't remember the whole song. I don't think we're patriotic anymore. Brainwashing. Yes. MK Ultra. Have you heard of that? MK Ultra? I think it was the CIA. They were it was all about mind control. It was all about drugging people. I noticed I hope patriotism comes back. It's kind of like we're not patriotic anymore. People aren't proud to be an American. We're involved in so many things. It's like, can't we just keep to ourselves? Seems like we're always involved. We need to fix America. That's what I think. Get busy fixing America. Take care of American people. And then people might want to become an American. I remember back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, people wanted to become American. They wanted to come to America. Now Americans are going to Mexico. I heard that. Americans are leaving America because it's becoming so expensive, I guess. They're getting homes. They can afford to buy homes in Mexico. They can afford, and they go on vacations. Look who they have as president. Dishonest men. Yeah, that's why it's not great. I know. Corruption. They say absolute power corrupts absolutely. So I think that's why we need democracy and not tyranny. Because a tyrant can run the country all by himself. Like Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi, Idi Amin, Joseph Stalin. I think that's the opposite of democracy. Democracy is when there's more people involved. We get more people involved in making decisions. There used to be no taxation without representation. It's crazy what the government is spending our money on. To study frogs, instead of making sure people are okay, everyone should have a home. Everyone should have food. Just those simple, basic things. And it's funny how, is there any bookkeeping anymore? Does anybody keep books on where the money's going? Where is the money going? Everyone's paying high taxes. They're raising the property tax. And it's like, if you don't pay your property tax, you can be in trouble. I don't know exactly how it works, but some people are becoming homeless because they can't pay their property tax. And that's not right. That's like exploiting a vulnerability. They're exploiting a vulnerability, which is not right. That's corruption right there. There's so many things the president can do, it turns out. I've been listening to the campaign promises, things that Trump is going to do if he becomes president. And it's like, yeah, let's do that. I've seen YouTubers do more for the homeless. Yeah! Why is the government so uncaring? They could care less. They have a warm bed to sleep in. They have 3 meals a day. But it's psychopathy. When you have lack of empathy for another person, that's psychopathy. That's like something we try to punish in the judicial system. The criminal justice. They call it criminal justice. Why do the criminals get justice? You know, why do the criminals get justice? That's wrong, I think. There's something wrong here. They should call it good people justice, you know? We need good people justice, not criminal justice. That's like military intelligence, you know, those oxymorons. We need to get rid of the oxymorons. In the same in Ireland, why don't home the homeless? Yeah, why don't we home the homeless? Because the people are what make the country. We got to take care of the people. We must take care of the people. And again, it's that psychopathy. Watch it throughout history. Throughout history, people just don't. They only care about their own best interests. Wouldn't it be nice? I think that would lower crime, for starters, because people wouldn't probably have to steal. There are those who steal, and then there's those who have to. Somebody's hungry, and they gotta find a way to get food, you know. So they have to do things that they wouldn't normally do. Sell some drugs on the side. They call it a side hustle, okay? A side hustle. Something you have to do besides your job. When I was growing up, you just had your job. You just did your job, and then you had your weekends and holidays. Now people are having to work through holidays, and they wonder why people don't want to work. They're being burnt out. People are just being burnt out. They're working so much. It's heartbreaking. It used to be the man had a job. History repeats itself. Things just get more dishonest. And you know what? It seems like we're losing our frontal cortex. Everyone, what's evolving is the medulla oblongata, where all of the primal needs, you know, all of the reptilian brain, you know, that reptilian brain that just says eat, kill, and F, you know, like that eat, kill, and fuck. It's all broken down to that. You're either going to eat, kill, or fuck. And a lot of us get fucked, you know. And I think what it is what's destroying our frontal cortex? What's destroying the parts of our brains that uh, that help with empathy and love and compassion? You know, there are people out there that still have those parts of their brain. It seems like more and more they are outnumbered by people who are just reptilian. You know, they have that reptilian brain that just says eat, kill, or fuck, and people not in any particular order either. So I think is it what they're putting in our water? They put fluoride in our water. Here in the US, I think. They treat our milk. You can't buy milk that's not pasteurized. Now, is pasteurized milk, you know, people are healthy just drinking straight from the animal. Goat's milk. I don't see goats. I don't think I could get a hold of goat's milk. All these things that are healthy for us. Nebraska? Nebraska? Nobody, I don't know anyone in Nebraska. I think that's what it is. We need to become aware of this. Our brains are altered in bad ways. Our brains are being, all the chemicals. Have you ever read the boxes that your food comes in? The packaging? Saturated fat, fructose corn syrup. All these words that you have to be a chemist to understand what the hell you're reading. And it's there for the common man, the common, you know. I remember that. There were hardly any fat people in the 70s. You could look at a picture of a crowd of people in the 70s. Nobody was fat. And then they started putting saturated fat in our food. It used to be it was okay to eat at McDonald's, you know, hamburgers, french fries, a soda pop. But now it's like obesity is out of control. I just go outside and I see all these obese people. It's like the new normal. The new normal is people who are just. Am I boring people? I see it went down to 0. So I can talk people out of a room, I think. People go, okay, I've had enough of this. This guy just rambles and rambles. That should be my nickname. My nickname should be the Rambler. Eddie the Rambler. You know what? Today's a pretty good day. Can't you feel it? It's like this thing in the air. That be. Oh wait, I'm reading something else. History. Okay. Trump has been found guilty. Also, he is connected to Epstein. He shouldn't be allowed to you are for president. Everyone has forgotten. Yeah, what he has done. Isn't that weird how the public thinks? There's so many things that the public, all they need is a new distraction. I've noticed that. Everything was fine until 9/11. Everything was fine until COVID. Everything was fine until inflation. Everything was fine until some guy climbs on the roof and tries to shoot the president. And it's funny, it's always something new. Watch the rhythms of the popular awareness. You know, like when someone rescues a puppy, when a kid is found that was missing. A lot of times they don't put that on the news. If a kid was found that was missing, they don't put that on the news a lot. The thing that really gets the news is somebody bleeding. They say if it bleeds, it leads. If it bleeds, it leads. Yeah. So nobody wants to hear about a puppy being saved, about a kid who overcame cancer. It was never fine. One new, it's only one new, what Trump was doing. It was happening behind closed doors. I know. And you know what? We see the world through filters. We see the world through all kinds of filters. There's so many things that are happening in plain sight, so many things that are happening that people aren't made aware of. It seems like the camera only goes to tragedy. The camera only goes to someone being harmed in some way, or men and women not getting along. I see a lot of videos about that. Men and women just aren't getting along, you know, and it's reducing the population. Guys don't want to go out dating anymore, and girls are wondering why guys don't want to date anymore, you know, and there's all these Me Too, you know, he violated me, he harmed me, and guys just don't want to have private conversations with females anymore because they're afraid of the Me Too movement. People aren't hiring women anymore for certain positions because they're afraid of lawsuits, you know. A company could be wiped out financially by one lawsuit or two lawsuits, you know. So now people are afraid. They're afraid to hire women because of this backlash that they might face, you know. So I think what it is why haven't we adapted? You know, women have been in the workforce since what, the 60s? No, since the 40s. Rosie the Riveter, you know, that was a big American thing. Rosie the Riveter the women were coming in to build the aircraft, you know, and I think that was the first time women were allowed into the workforce. And then all these openings for women, And now they're saying that they're not paid as much as men, which we got to fix that. You know, why not? You know, okay, minimum wage. Everyone has at least the minimum wage. But you know what? What I should Can you give me links? Because I would be interest. That would be interesting to see. Sometimes in the comments you could leave a link in the comments. I'm pretty sure if they haven't taken that away. I remember in the good old days you could leave a link to somebody in the comments, and that would be cool. Or maybe my Facebook. My Facebook is edmund.culver, so you could probably post it on my Facebook. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, because these links are long. You can't just write them down, and then it's hell trying to type them in either. That would be neat to have like a community page, to where people can just, if they find a link. Oh, you don't have Facebook. I notice in the UK, that's how people contacted each other, was on Facebook. If you didn't have a Facebook, I remember MySpace. A long time ago, it was MySpace. I don't think people use MySpace anymore. Everybody got the same first friend. Facebook, I think Twitter seems to be what's taking over. All the celebrities are tweeting things. That's how celebrities get in trouble. They tweet something, everybody reads it, and they get they get busted, or they get a lot of backlash. It's amazing how many people get in trouble for something they say. It's almost like maybe there still is power behind what a person says. People ignore the good things they say. If they say something good or heartwarming, it doesn't make the news. If somebody says something loving and kind, it never makes the news. Britney Spears is coming under fire, I guess. Some of the videos she's making, people are worried about her. Blink 3 times, Britney, if you're okay, or some shit like that. And then Tenacious D. People should be able to voice their opinions, because some people are angry for a reason. Some people say things when they're angry, you know. But it seems like if it's not popular opinion, you're in trouble, buddy. If it's not because you don't know everything. That's what people need to realize. You don't know everything. Some people might have a real reason for being upset or angry. Sometimes anger is warranted. Sometimes anger is justified. And we don't take time to figure that out. Is that anger justified? Is that anger warranted? But then again, you don't say things like that about the president. That makes you suspect. Curiosity killed a cat. Yeah. No, that's a wrong. Anyways, that doesn't apply. I don't have Facebook. Oh, okay. Like Rodney King said, can't we all just get along? Then there's what's justified. Was what Kyle Gass said justified? And a lot of people don't think so. It wasn't. Because it makes you seem like you're in on it. If you say don't miss him this time, or don't miss him next time, are you affiliated? Anyway, they were kicked out of Australia. They were deported. Johnny Depp, remember Johnny Depp? He had a dog. He tried to bring a dog into Australia, and it got the Aussies upset. I don't know all the details, but I remember that story. I think he tried to take a dog on the plane with him, and they didn't want him to, and he upset. Yeah, I don't know. I hear little bits and pieces. Maybe I'm talking out of my butt. I wonder what Aussies think about us. What do Aussies think about Americans? I've heard stories about all the stereotypes we have for Aussies, you know? We have stereotypes. Do you ride kangaroos to work? You know, put another shrimp on the barbie, you know. Is Foster's really Australian for beer? And it's funny, you know, that's how people think sometimes. These, this, our programming, we're all programmed with what we hear and see. That's why we need fact checkers, you know. Check those facts. I haven't played any flute music. Do you want to hear some flute music? I think people are getting... Some people ask me to play. Some people ask me not to play. Yeah. So what did everyone have for breakfast? Yes. Yes is stop playing that flute. Stop playing that flute. To flute or not to flute? People ask me to play this. They say doing doing or boing boing. Flute and fiber. Flute and F-I... Ferdy. What's Ferdy? No, it's not fiber. F-I-D-R-E. Fidri. Is that an instrument I don't know about? Was that a typo? Some people make typos. Somebody said I should start a band with these. Get like 5 people with jaw harps. There's so many different variations of the jaw harp. Some of them are really big. Some are made of bamboo. Fruit and fiber. Okay. Oh, okay. Fruit and fiber. Fiber. I'm sorry. I got tiny letters and dyslexia that are battling against me. Fruit and fiber. I had... Oh, okay. That's what you had. That sounds like a good breakfast. Fruit and fiber. You're probably going to lower your cholesterol. Some people have good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. That's why I have to take a pill every night. Take a pill every night so I don't get the bad cholesterol. Fruit and fiber. I looked at the... Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Everybody should print in capital letters, I guess, so this old man can read. What's funny is I'm looking right at... Yeah. No on cholesterol. I wonder where Anne is. Remember Anne? Today looks like a good park day. I wonder if my mom is done with her errands. If my mom's done with all of her errands, maybe we can go to the park. Yesterday it was raining. It was raining a lot. Sometimes my mom and I go to the park. C could be blocked. Oh, she could be blocked. Yeah. I hope not. People are coming through though, so maybe that problem is fixed. Maybe that problem is all fixed. Hallelujah. Something is telling me to play some flute. I hear a whisper in my ear. Sometimes I hear, I don't know if that's, they say that's how spirits talk to us. If you hear a voice in your head, sometimes it's the spirit trying to talk to you, or a spirit. I used to follow all that stuff pretty closely. Talk about how to communicate with my old channel. I still can't comment. Not fixed. Okay. You know what? I think that's going on YouTube. I've noticed that you have left me a comment on your old channel, but when I click on it, it doesn't show up. So maybe there's some things that need to be fixed through YouTube. Maybe YouTube is working on it, hopefully. What's going on, YouTube? Yeah. Well, at least you're able to join the chats. Hopefully this will all clear up, because I hate that. I hate it. All right. It's been an hour and 26 minutes. I'm definitely not speechless today. I think I'm going to have some Pop-Tarts. I want to have some Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts to me are a snack fruit, or a snack food. Someone hacked it. I wonder how they can unhack it. I changed my password. Why Charlotte think YouTube is hacked? I think something's wrong with yeah. I've been noticing a lot of strange things with YouTube, because that is kind of interesting. Everything was fine until recently. People are trying to leave messages, not comments, and the comments aren't coming through. People can't get through, because some people are having to change they're having to get new accounts because they can't get through. So I'm wondering why that is. Because I really don't know. Because I've had those messages a lot. I can't get through, you know. I had to make another channel. I took her off as moderator. I took a lot of people off as moderator. I don't think there are any moderators anymore. Because again, I couldn't figure out what was going on. It's only with your channel. Oh, only with my channel. You can still use old account with other lives. I wonder how that happened. How can that be fixed? Or can it be fixed? Because I'd hate to have to start another channel. Because it took me a while to get all these subscribers. It took me a long time. So you're able to use your old station with other lives, just not this one. Because I haven't blocked anybody. I want everybody to come here and have a good time. I want everybody to come and have a good time. Because I haven't had to unblock. I've stopped people from being, I've taken away the moderator feature. Charlotte is dodgy. but I see everything she types. You're talking about the chat? You see everything she types in the chat? Charlotte's had to get new channels just to get on this live. So something's wrong with my live, because I've been getting that complaint a lot. I've getting that complaint a lot. They can't get on my live. I don't know what's happening. Does anybody know why they can't get on my live? And why I can't get my messages? I can't get my messages. I know they're there. They're just not showing up. I can't get answers either. I can still see her in chat, but she doesn't see me. Okay. Because you're retracting. Yeah, message retracting. So hopefully it'll all get fixed, because a lot of people are having to get new channels. Are you canceling your old channels? Because your old channels can still get subscribers, from what I understand. So maybe if those things can be fixed, it'll be a lot better. Because people should be able to come on here. I'm not blocking anyone. I don't think I know how to block somebody. I know I don't know how to block somebody. I know how to time somebody out. Looks like there's only one person here. Because again, I'm not blocking anybody. I want as many people as I can get. And I want us all to be kind. Does anybody agree with me? Hi. It's addition. Who's here with me now? Am I losing popularity? Hi. Hi there. Come with your uncle and hear all proper. Hear angel trumpets and devil's trombones. You are invited. Greetings from Humongous, warrior of the wasteland, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla. Oh, somebody's carrying a kid. It looked like a big bag of cat food or something. Somebody outside the window is carrying something. You can't catch a cat with candy. Oh, okay. I noticed to battle porch pirates, they take a picture of the package. They take a picture. Some people are not able to even take their package to the porch. Have you noticed that? Have you seen those videos? Couriers are walking up to the porch and somebody comes by and snatches the package. I like the glitter bombs. You've heard of the glitter bombs and the shit bombs? You ever heard those? Some people are making shit bombs. One guy had some PVC pipe and some air, and then he put dog poop in the pipes. And when you open the box, it shoots the poo. I guess I'm carrying on the Captain Kangaroo legacy. Is everybody here? I'm seeing it go down to 0. Is anybody there? So I hope YouTube can fix my my channel to get it working, working the way it was, so people can leave me comments. I notice I'm getting no comments lately. No comments. I used to get comments every day. Every day somebody would comment. Is the chat down now? Let me try this again. I noticed that the chat seizes up. I won't see any chats, and then all of a sudden I'll see all the chats that were typed in. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. The chat seized up. Can someone type something in? I think that's what's happened. That's why everyone's left.